If you play around the golf with somebody, you'll know them better than if you had spent 3 weeks with them. You know, you see somebody handle adversity and their response to it. And you see somebody handle success and their response to it.
And Andrew Turner has experienced plenty of both. Growing up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Andrew came upon his love of sports at an early age.
I'm not good at music, not good at art. Athletics has always been kind of my thing, and when I was younger, I really thought I could play something in college.
That something was golf, and the college would be Liberty University. His game on the course would grow during his years at LU, but it was the mental aspect where Andrew would learn the most about the game and himself.
Golf's so fickle. You have good days and you have bad days. It's not like, somebody who runs a fast 100-meter dash isn't just going to go out and run a slow one. In golf, you'll break the course record one day, and 3 days later you shoot one of the highest scores you've shot in 2 months. So learning how to cope with playing well and playing poorly and all that's really tough mentally.
That acquired toughness would come in handy post-college career. Andrew began playing on some small tours around the country, quickly learning how hard it can be to make a living in the game of golf.
Basically, you pay for your entry fees, which make up the purse, and the course takes a cut, and the tour takes a cut, and you play for whatever's left. And makes for a really difficult opportunity to make money. You basically drive a car around for a living with some golf tournaments in between. It can be lonely.
Lonely and stressful, knowing that every shot essentially determines your income.
You learn how to embrace the nerves, and it just takes some time. Referring to the stress, I served tables through the winter sometimes when I was playing, and my first restaurant job, one of the managers kind of said, I think you're going to be good at this, you're okay, but it is kind of a high-paced, high-stress type job. And I stopped him and I said, Nick, I kid you not, last week I had an 8-foot putt, which is about a 50-50 chance. And I knew in the back of my head, if I made it, I made the cut, and I was going to make about $2,000. And if I missed it, I wasn't going to be able to pay my rent. And I said, and ironically I missed the putt, but a few weeks later I made it up and it was fine. But you come to grips with it, and you just, I don't know, it just takes some time, but it's not always fun.
1 over par. Andrew Turner, 4-stroke lead.
Over the past few years, Turner has had the chance to teach these lessons he's learned from the game of golf, as he now works as a golf pro in the Philadelphia area. But the dream of having his own professional career is still alive and well, thanks in large part to this year's Haverford Trust Philadelphia PGA Classic, where on his home course, Turner won the tournament and the $100,000 check that comes with it.
It's kind of just turned into a blur. The whole awards ceremony and so on. I actually had to ask my wife when I was done. I'm like, did I thank everybody I should have? I'm not sure what I said. So when we got in the car to leave, we were about the last people out of here. It was like, oh my word, that just happened. Like, this is really cool. And at which point it became a waiting game for it to show up in the bank account.
A financial boost, but also a confidence boost, as Turner hopes this is only the beginning.
Having won this golf tournament, we're going to take some of the money and go to the Q School for we're actually going to do the European PGA Tour. And ideally, we get through that and we travel around the world next year and we get to see a whole bunch of places and it sticks, and that's what we run with. It'd just be a phenomenal experience to be able to travel the world with my wife and my daughter and get to do something most people would only dream of.
No matter what happens with the European Tour, Andrew Turner has already won, not just on the course, but in life, as the lessons he's learned are worth far more than just a paycheck.
It's just a game. Even if you are playing for money, at the end of the day, and this is something I guess I've learned since having a baby, my daughter doesn't care if I shoot 60 or 90. My wife cares a little bit, but not enough to leave. Whereas internally, I sometimes as a professional golfer, and I know other guys have this issue too, you almost put your identity in your golf score. And I've kind of learned that my identity is not in my golf score. It's not who I am. That's probably the biggest thing I've learned is who I am is not what I do.